Good morning, dear hearts. We are in lesson 109. Please subscribe. Such a beautiful lesson we have today, and tomorrow we go back into review. And just a lovely, lovely lesson to use as we are winding down and finishing up this section. I rest in God. Now, for those of you who birds and birds singing play into today's lesson as well. For those of you who have not been doing these lessons with me in the past 4 years, you may not know, but I have an acronym for REST, and it is Remain Eternally Still Today. And that's what we do when we rest in God. We are in the space of stillness. This lesson tells us that, we're asking for peace and stillness today, and we're leaving behind all of the turmoil, all of the chaos of this world. And this is a world of clashing dreams, clashing illusions. We will leave that behind today, and instead we will ask and seek and find. I seek but what belongs to me in truth, the happiness and the peace that we are meant to experience. I rest in God tells us that this thought will bring to you the rest, the quiet, peace, and stillness, and the safety and the happiness that you seek. I rest in God. This thought has power to wake the sleeping truth in you, whose vision sees beyond appearances to that same truth in everyone and everything there is. We ask and to bring with us everyone that there is, as this lesson will tell us, those who are here, those who have long gone, and those who are yet to come, our closest friends and those that we really do not know very well at all. We bring everyone with us. We want to say, I rest in God to everyone and everything, and bring all with you into that place of rest. So, here is the end of suffering for all the world, not just for us, but for all of the world, this tired and weary world. And everyone who ever came and yet will come to linger for a while, here is the thought in which the Son of God is born again to recognize himself. This is the equanimity, the equality of this course. We bring everyone. We don't ask, well, you belong and you don't, or you get to rest with God and you do not. We bring everyone with us. We rest in God completely undismayed. This thought will carry you through the storms and strife, past misery and pain, past loss and death, and onward to the certainty of God. God is certain, and there's no suffering that cannot be healed when we rest in God. There's no problem that cannot be solved when we rest in God, and no appearance but will turn to truth. So every illusion will turn to truth when we rest in God, right before our eyes. For all of us who rest in God today, this is a day of peace. You rest in God, and while the world is torn by winds of hate, yes, it is, your rest remains completely undisturbed. This rest will flow out like it is meant to, like that pebble in the pond, and touch all men, all women, all of the sonship, so they too may know they have the ability to rest in God. You call to all to join you in your rest, and they will hear and come to you because you rest in God, and they will not hear another voice but yours, because you gave your voice to God, and now you rest in God, and you let him speak through you. We are his instrument. We are the instrument of peace today, and God speaks through us. And in God, that we have no cares, no concerns, no burdens, no anxiety, no pain, no fear of the future, and no past regrets. Timelessness. We rest in timelessness. Time has gone by. Time goes without its touch upon us because we are in timelessness. We don't experience the thoughts of time. We don't experience the effects of time anymore. We are in a timeless space, and our rest can never change in any way at all. We rest in God and we close our eyes. Close your eyes and sink into that stillness, sink into that peace, and let these periods of rest and respite reassure your mind, and all these frantic fantasies were but dreams of fever. They were feverish dreams that came to us through the ego, and now they are gone, because now we rest in God and we accept the healing of that rest. No more fearful dreams will come and touch us. And now that we rest in God, and we take time today to slip away from all of those dreams and enter into the peace when we rest in God. We are doing the first 5 minutes of every hour, and we do it gladly, happily today. Cannot wait until the next time occurs, because with our rest each hour, a tired mind is suddenly made glad. A mind that needed reassurance and a respite from their pain and their suffering is reassured and made glad. A bird with broken wings will begin to sing like the bird outside, but I don't think his wings are broken. And a stream, long dry, begins to flow again. This is the wonderful effect that will be on the world when we rest in God. The world is born again each time we rest, and hourly remember that we came to bring the peace of God into this world, and that it might take its rest along with us. The entire world is reborn now because we are all resting in God. And I love this lesson. And with each 5 minutes that we rest today, the world is nearer waking. We're coming so close to waking up from the terrible dreams that have been beset upon us. We rest in God, and the time when rest will be the only thing there is comes closer to all worn and tired minds. Too weary now to go their way alone, but they will hear the birds sing, they will see the stream, and they will regain and be restored to their energy, that they may walk again with lightened steps along the road that suddenly is much easier than it used to be for them. We rest within the peace of God today and call upon our brothers from your rest to draw them to rest with you, along with you. You will be faithful to your trust today, forgetting no one. Again, everyone and everything we bring in the entire sonship, bringing everyone into the boundless circle of your peace, the holy sanctuary where you rest. Open the temple doors and let them come from far across the world and near as well. Your distant brothers and your closest friends, bid them all enter here and rest with you. We rest with the peace of God today, quiet and unafraid, and each brother comes to take their rest with us and offer it to us. This is the giving and the receiving. We receive it and we give it back to every brother. We rest together here, for thus our rest is made complete, and what we give today we have received already. Time is not the guardian of what we give today. We go into that space of timelessness. We give to those unborn and those passed by, to every thought of God, and we are a thought of God, as is the entire sonship, and to the mind which these thoughts were born, to the mind of God and where they rest. And we remind them of their resting place. Each time we tell ourselves we rest in God. Every tired mind is awakened and rejuvenated. All of us are reborn now because today we rest in God. That's it. Such a lovely lesson. Breathe into that. Breathe into that rest. Release everything else. Go into that space of stillness today and remain eternally still today as you rest in God. Please smile, please pray, please breathe, please share, please subscribe, please comment, and please pray for the entire world today to rest in God. Namaste.